So hello Virgo, I am Karen with Veronica Streams Tarot, and this reading is what I call personal growth, but we're looking at a situation that you're trying to change or work on or whatever. Um, it's about growing, what we can look at. So what we're going to look at is the situation, what's blocking you from moving forward, fears or obstacles that are in your way, your strengths, action steps, what you don't see, and outcome. And I'm using the Barbier Tarot today. And these are like, if this does not resonate or it doesn't feel like, look at your moon sign, your rising sign. Also, I do feel like these are timeless. These are end of April into the end of May, but I do believe you're going to see it when you need to see it. And that's what's so cool about these readings. Okay, so let's get started. I'm using Barbier. What does Virgo need to know today? What does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? Two more times. What does Virgo need to know? And cut the deck. Also keep in mind I do personal readings. The link to my website is below. Let's get going. Okay, so the situation is Ace of Wands and Two of Swords. Okay, Virgo. The blocks are Four of Pentacles and Magician. I need to make sure I have room. Fears and obstacles. Five of Cups and the Fool. Okay, my candle here. Strengths. Lovers. Knight of Wands. This will be interesting. Advice. Temperance. And Queen of Wands. What we don't see is Three of Swords. And we'll put the outcome over there and we'll get to that. So we have the Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. If this isn't a relationship or healing from a relationship or working on a relationship, it could be just finding that happy place. The Ten of Cups, especially in this deck, is really about the surroundings, your surroundings. How do they feel? Do they feel good? Is it the surroundings that I want to be around? How does that feel? So the situation is Ace of Wands and Two of Swords. So I feel like there is something that you're struggling with that has to do a beginning of something that feels very either motivated or passionate. The Ace of Wands reminds me a lot about passion, a lot, because it is. And then it is a lot about motivation as well. And it's definitely the something new because it's an ace. So, but there's a decision that you're struggling making. And, it's almost like what you're dealing with and what you're trying to overcome is being so, almost stubborn. If you look at her, she looks stubborn. Like, I don't want to make the decision almost. That's what it feels like. I feel like it's something that you're kind of being stubborn on. I don't mean this in a negative way. This is what's happening. So there's something new coming in, and I think you're not quite sure about it and how to deal with it. And therein lies the situation. It's not... Yeah, I think you're deciding whether to move forward with this or not. It could be work, it could be love, it could be anything. Because Ace of the Wands to me can be almost anything, because I do see it a lot in love and I do see it a lot in work. But it could be even just something new's coming in. It could be a move or something. I don't get move with the cards that are there, but it could be anything new. But it's coming in fast and hot. Like, and I know when I say hot, that's not necessarily a sexual, it's coming in fast. Like, it's a big deal, and it's feels very, yeah, like, okay, this is happening now, and you're like, I don't know what to do, and I'm not going to make a decision, and you feel very, very stuck, and you feel very, very stubborn about where you're stuck or what you want to do. And there could be someone else involved in the situation, and that's why I see it as stubborn. So if there's something new coming in, and it and your decision is also someone else's decision, that could be where you're being stubborn or where I'm feeling the stubbornness. So what's blocking you is the Four of Pentacles and the Magician. You're holding on to what you believe to be your strengths. It's almost like you feel like, okay, whatever this situation is that's coming new is going to change what is there for you now. So if it's a job, your job's going to change, and you're blocked because you want to hold on to something there. There's something that if you say yes to this decision or you move forward with it, you may have to let go of something. And that could just be knowledge, because the Magician is about, you know, you have all the tools, you can do what it takes. But this is a block. So I feel like too, this Magician could also be, what's blocking you could also be your idea that someone's not being honest with you and that you're not seeing the full picture. And if that's truly what's blocking you, then I'm going to tell you that you need to, that you need to make sure you see the whole picture before you make a decision. But I think you feel like there could be some kind of trickery involved, or you're not trusting. You're not trusting the offer. You're not trusting the situation. However, that looks to you, but that's what I'm feeling there. And then your fears and obstacles. This makes sense to me. Five of Cups is disappointment, but here again, she's also stubborn. And I look at these two, the Two of Swords and this Five of Cups, and they look very stubborn and very like, don't mess with me, don't mess with me. And the Fool is, of course, starting something new. The fear of taking a leap of faith, because this is what it is. And that's why there's a hard decision here, because this is something that you really have to trust almost in the universe to do this. And you're really blocked by it. I'm going to tell you straight up, like, with the answer to what to do, it's going to be up to you, and that's the decision you will make. These cards are going to just tell you different ways to look at it so that you can make a decision, not necessarily what the decision should be. So, but I do feel like this is something that, you're afraid you're going to be disappointed, and you're afraid that it's almost like the obstacle, though, is you being the stubborn part of it. It's like there's this, I don't know why I keep getting stubborn, but I do. I get that word, and this feels the same way. It's the way the cards look to me too. Like that's what I feel. But the fear is going, oh, I got to start something completely new, and it feels completely new to you. So whatever this Ace of Wands is, it feels extremely new, and that you have to trust. And the Magician is your block, and it's about trust too. Can you trust what's happening here? And so you're afraid. So that's where the fears are lying, and your obstacles. I don't want to be disappointed. I'm being a little stubborn, but I'm afraid to just jump and do it, and it's scary because it's brand new. Also, keep in mind, this Fool has a mask on, and the mask can coincide with that. Like, you don't feel like you're seeing everything that you need to see. So you feel like you're missing information, or someone's not being forthright. They're not telling you everything. So I think you need to definitely dig into that. That's for absolute sure. The cool thing here is you've got the motivation, and you've got somebody behind you. I feel like the Lovers, and that's where that came in, where I feel like it might be the two of you needing to make a decision together, but there's a partner. Lovers could be a partner, could be someone you work with, it could be a spouse, it could be any kind of partner, love partner, work partner, family partner. It's a partner. And also, though, the Strength is the Knight of Wands, which means you have the motivation and the skill and the energy to do this. and to make the decision. And I think what this also tells me, that the strength is using this person to help you make this decision. Like, really come together with this person. That's the strength, is this together. Use this energy of this other person and how it affects both of you, because I feel like that's what's going to happen here. There's something that you're deciding on that's going to affect both of you, that you're stuck on. And, you really need to use that person to make that decision. Don't just try to make it yourself, because the energy could be coming from them too as well. This Knight of Wands energy, which is good energy, especially if you're going to start something new, because there's a lot of motivation behind it, and there's skill behind it as well. So keep that in mind. So your action steps are Temperance and Queen of Wands. So I believe the Queen of Wands goes back to the energy of the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So there is I feel like this action is coming together with this partner, this whatever we were talking about in the Lovers and the Knight of Wands here. And use your motivational skills and use your people skills as well in whatever decision you're making. And the Temperance reminds us to stay balanced. Don't get over emotional when you're trying to make this decision. Don't get over emotional if you're asking questions about trust. Stay really even when you're digging into the situation. Keep that even emotional state. If you feel like you need to blow some steam, don't do it when you're talking to these people. Don't do it when you're, digging into this. Don't do it when you're talking to your partner. Keep that even emotional thing, because I think too what happens when we get stubborn is we can blow up if we're not feeling like we're getting what we want. And I don't think you're going to get the right answers, or at least the answers that help you make a better decision, unless you really keep a level head and a level emotional state here. So there's something here where you really need to do that, really keep even and stay even. What you don't see is there is something that's hurting. And that's the Three of Swords here. And it hurts. So either you not making the decision is causing someone else pain or hurt, which could be, I'm almost feeling that whatever your stubbornness in this situation, and again, I'm not judging the stubbornness, I'm just getting that feeling that it has to do a little bit with being stubborn, that you're causing someone else pain and hurt. So again, the action step is to have that emotional levelness, because that's what the Temperance is. It's emotional balance. And if you have that emotional balance when you're trying to make this decision, then this won't be as much of an effect, if that makes any sense. So the outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. Oops, sorry about that. Is the Eight of Pentacles. And I do feel like there is going to be some healing happening, but I think it's a progress. So keep in mind, this isn't the final destination, but what I do feel like is there's something that you are going to start working on to either come up with the right answer, or if you have made a decision, you will start healing and you will start working through this. And it will be good, because the Eight of Pentacles produces good outcomes as long as you really use that. In other words, as long as you stick to your guns, as long as you work hard and keep working towards it, you can reap really good benefits with the Eight of Pentacles energy. But if you just say, oh, I got the Eight of Pentacles and everything's going to be cool and I don't have to work on it, then no, not everything's going to be hunky-dory. It's the work you put in is what you get out. So you will put in the work, but this tells you that you can put in the work and it'll be available to you if you choose to take that road. So while this reading feels hard, there's a decision. It's really about a decision that you're trying to make. But it's a big decision. I don't think it's just like, do I wear blue today? It's not that kind of decision. It's a decision of, it feels like a move or a job or changing something completely in your life. Because with that Fool there as a fear, that means it's a brand new start. So that's, and the Ace of Wands, right? So this is a brand new start. So whatever it is, it's kind of scary and it's hard to make that decision. So, stay balanced, stay balanced, stay motivated. Use your partner, because that's a strength. Whoever your partner is a strength to you. And keep in mind that the longer you wait to make this decision, the more pain that's happening in the behind the scenes that you don't know about. And I don't know who that is. I feel like it could be this other person, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I get that feeling, but it probably depends on your situation. And I hate to speculate on that, because that's a hard card, right? Three of Swords is one of the hardest cards to me. So anyway, there you have it. I hope this made sense and resonated. If it did not, please take a look again at your moon or rising. Or maybe even a month from now, come back and watch it again, because it might make complete sense. So take care and have a beautiful day. Please please comment. I appreciate all of it. And keep learning and keep working at it. You'll do it. So take care.